Hi there, it's Bro Science Mo coming at you once again today. Get right into it. A topic that's been asked a lot of me recently, and it concerns one of the videos that I made regarding how to build muscle, right? How to build muscle quickly. And the question goes like this: someone keeps asking me, well, Bro Science Mo, you keep saying that if you lift heavy, you will build muscles. And I've been lifting heavy for months and months and even years now, and I don't seem to be building any muscle. What's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. That's the classic example of what I refer to as doing the wrong type of workout and expecting a certain result. If you're lifting like a power lifter, which is what someone would be doing if they're only lifting heavy all the time, because if you're lifting heavy all the time, you can only lift a certain amount of weight, right? So your reps will be low, your weight will be heavy. So what are you going to build? You're only going to build those bulky muscles, right? And if you don't feed it right, it's really not going to build much in the way of muscle. You'll be building a lot of strength. And I think that's what's happening. People are building a lot of strength and thinking that by lifting heavy, they should be getting big as well, muscularly. But the two things don't go together. You have to follow a specific muscle building protocol if you want to build muscle. Building strength is easy. If you lift all the time, if you lift for a certain amount of time, you will over time build your strength, right? That goes without saying. The trick to building muscle is slightly different, right? It doesn't necessarily happen. Many people happen upon it and stumble across it after years and years of working out certain ways by, trial and error. That's kind of how I did it too. That's how I arrived at it. My first several years of lifting gained me nothing. Just a lot of hurt shoulders, a lot of hurt joints, worn out muscles, pulled muscles. After lifting so much, doing so many curls, my elbow hurt. Doing so many benching, my shoulder hurt. Doing so much squats, my knees hurt, back hurt. But there was no muscle gain that I could point to say, oh, well, it's all worth it. It was very little, you gained, but very little. Right? Nothing to say, hey, look, I'm hitting my stride here, I'm gaining muscle every time I work out. There was nothing like that until I happened upon it. And that, once again, I will tell you, it has to happen in the correct protocol. A, you have to lift heavy on each set, but you do not lift heavy on every single set. If you're doing 3 sets of bench presses, you do not lift heavy on all 3 of those, right? You're not just looking to gain strength. You will gain strength by lifting, right? And by progressive resistance, which is what my program pushes, right? You will gain strength, but the strength will be commensurate with the muscle gain. If you only do low reps, you will gain maybe a certain roundness to your muscle, like big and bulky, but you won't look muscular, right? You'll look like a fat guy, like a powerlifter build. But if you're looking to build muscle, you need a certain muscle building protocol. And that's what I'm teaching. That's what all my tapes are about. It's, if you look at them, if you listen to them, I follow one system because it's the only one that works for a natural bodybuilder, for a natural lifter. Say, take any exercise, and I don't go and give you complete workouts. I'll tell you the system, the principle, and you apply it to every exercise you want after this. The principle is this, and it's outlined in my other videos as well. I'll take one exercise and explain it to you, and you add it to every exercise that you do. A, say you're doing benching, right? You're doing 3 sets of benching, right? You start out with this. One really light weight, right? Maybe just the bar. Go up to 20 reps. Just easy, no stress whatsoever, just to stretch the muscle out and warm it up, right? That's just a warm up. Then you're now going to do your 3 sets, right? Don't count the warm-up, right? That's just warm-up. Now you're going to do your 3 sets, right? On the first set, you're going to use light enough weight to get you easily to 12 to 14 reps, maybe 15, 16, right? Because you want that muscle warmed up, you want it used, and you want a little more resistance than the 20 reps you just did with no weight, right? So then on the first set, you go anywhere between 12 to 14 reps, right? With resistance, but you want to get there easy. You don't want to tax the muscle. On the second set, you're going to go a little higher, and you want to get to anywhere between 10 to 12 reps. More resistance, a little bit of struggle, but do not tax the muscle, right? So that first set gets you about 14 to 16 reps. The second set gets you anywhere between 12 to 14, maybe 10 to 14, right? I'm using big spaces here. Now, those are the 2. On the third set, this is your working set. It's called a working set, right? This is the only set that matters in this entire 3 sets that you're doing. On this set, you're just going to try to get anywhere between 6 to 8 reps, no more. If you can make it higher than 8 reps, the next time you do that exercise, add more weight. Don't go above 8 reps. Try to get between 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. Don't go lower than 5, or then you're just doing a pure power workout, right? You want to use the muscle to generate the power, right? If you go to 4, 3, 4, or 5, that's really, you're not using the muscle enough, right? You're giving a different type of resistance. That's for strength only. We're talking about muscle growth, muscle hypertrophy is what it's called, right? So on that third set, which is the working set, that's the only set that matters. That's the only set that really matters. All the other ones warm you up to get you to that set. But you can't just jump into it, right? You have to warm yourself up to that, or else you'll pull a muscle and you'll be set back for months and months, right? So on that working set, stress yourself to get anywhere between 6 to 8 reps. Strict form. It has to be strict form, and you have to use the muscle only. No cheating, right? If you can make it above 8, add a little bit of weight for the next time, right? Keep it right at 8 or under. If you can't get past 5, you're using too much weight. Lower the weight a little, get past 6, anywhere between 6 to 8, right? That's the working set. Now, as soon as you're done, say you reach 7 or 8 reps, right? Say you eked out 7 and you cheated on the last one, you got to 8, that's fine. You cut that weight in half, maybe even 3/4 that you were using for that last set. And then get back on the bench and get to all the way up to about 20 reps. Now, don't use the same light weight that you started when you stretched out. Have some resistance, but push all the way to 20. Now, this is going to be a hard set. Trying to get to 20 reps after you've just done what you did with that heavy weight is not easy. But what that does is it pumps blood into your muscles, right? And that is what, those 2 things in harmony is what grows muscle. Those 2 things in harmony, I'll repeat once again, is what grows your muscle. The heavy weight breaks down the muscle, breaks down the muscle fibers, tears it in a way, very slightly. And right as soon as you're done, that pump out set all the way up to 20 reps pumps blood right back into that muscle, right? That blood that's being pumped into that muscle is what will start the healing process, right? And those 2 things is what you do. That's what you aim for in the gym. That's what you aim for in the gym. When you get home, there are the other parts of gaining muscle. That is your diet. You have to ingest enough protein. You have to get enough rest. Those are the 2 other factors. There are 3 factors to muscle growth: what you eat, how you lift, and how you rest. Those are the 3 things. I'll do tapes on all of those but I stress the working out part because there's a trick to that no one seems to understand. Everyone seems to think that if you can lift heavy on that one set and then follow it up with a light weight, well, why can't I lift heavy on every set? Why would I wait till that one? And if you can only do, why only stop at 3 sets on the chest? Why not do 5? Well, there's a fine line that you always walk when it comes to building muscle. If you do too little, you're not doing enough. If you do too much, you break the muscle down too far, so it becomes too hard to build it back for the next time you want to use it again, right? It's going to be too far depleted so that in 3 days or 2 or 3 days, when you go back to start doing that same exercise again, the same benching, you're actually weaker than when you did it before, right? Because you broke it down too far and it takes too much time and too much whatever for your body to build it back, right? And if you don't have enough testosterone in your system and you didn't eat right, you didn't sleep right, it's not going to be even built back to the point where you broke it down from the last time, right? So you just want to break it just enough, right? So that it heals back very quickly and gets you slightly stronger the very next time you lift. If you break down too much, you will be actually weaker the next time you lift. And you'll be setting yourself back. That's what happens to most guys in the gym. They do too much work. They break down muscle way too much and they cannot recover quickly enough. They're breaking down more than they're building, right? And that's not the point. That's not the point, right? So it's a fine line you walk. You have to do both, right? So what does a heavy lifting do for you? The heavy set not only breaks down muscle, but it triggers your CNS, your central nervous system, right? To release a shitload of testosterone, right? That's the point of using the heavy weight. One of the points, the first point is to break the muscle down. And the second point is it elicits a response from your body. Your CNS, your central nervous system, goes into overdrive, says, oh my God, I've got a huge stress upon my body. Right? So it releases that testosterone, and that testosterone is now flowing in your system. So you've broken down the muscle and released testosterone. What you do now, right, is you do that light set. That light set pumps blood right back into those muscles you just broke down. The testosterone, the extra testosterone that you just elicited is now flowing in your bloodstream, right? It uses whatever proteins you've got now floating around in your bloodstream, right? This is where the nutrition part comes in handy. To start rebuilding that muscle right away. To start rebuilding that muscle right away. Remember, a natural builder's muscle growth happens right in the gym, right? Because your testosterone levels only rise from the heavy work that you do in the gym. And about an hour later, it goes back down to normal, to baseline, right? So you have to get that rise in testosterone, right, from your body by lifting heavy, right? And then what happens now, right, the blood flow from that light set starts flowing, blood flowing into that muscle. But you have such lactic acid buildup from that high rep set, that 20 reps, the last one you just did, elicits another response from your body, and that is the second pathway of growth, muscle growth hormone response, IGF-1, IGF-2. So what you've got, the heavy weight, right, breaks muscle down and makes testosterone starts flowing in your blood, right? Your body creates more testosterone, right, because it sees a threat. Secondly, you then start doing high rep, pump blood into that muscle that's broken down and start the healing process right away using the testosterone. But in doing so, getting all the way up to failure on that 20 reps, right, elicits your body's own system and elicits growth hormone response to that stress, right? Lactic acid buildup creates testosterone buildup in growth hormone buildup in your body as well, right? So you've got the two pathways working at the same time to grow muscle. So that is the best, that is the fastest way to grow muscle. Not to get strong and become a power lifter or to get cut and become a bodybuilder. I'm talking about a guy, I'm talking about a man, right? right? This is for men, right? And I'm telling you what it takes to simply build muscle, right? Becoming a bodybuilder takes more than that, right? You have to watch your diet. That has to be on point at all times. Becoming a power lifter, well, you don't care about any of these. Just eat as much as you want and lift heavy, right? But building muscle, to be a guy, to be what men want, right? You want the big biceps, right? You want the triceps, you want the shoulders, you want the chest, you want the back, you want the big, jacked muscles. That's what I talk about on my site, right? How to be just a regular guy, right? You know, I'm not covering any diet here. I'm not telling you what to eat, I'm not telling you how to sleep. I'll do videos on those later on. But I just want to tell you, as a regular guy, how do you just go right into the gym and start building muscle right away? That's my system. All right? Just, you know, if you like this video, please once again go to, you know, give me a click, you know, thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell button so when I put out new videos, you will be alerted right away. All right? And let me know how I'm doing. Tell me if there's anything you want me to cover. Right? Feedback is very important. I need to know what you guys are thinking about, what I'm writing, what I'm talking about, right? Once again, this is 100% natural. This is not for those who take stuff, right? If you take stuff, you don't need any help. You just go in the gym and just lift any weights and you'll build muscle. But if you're natural, it takes a specific protocol to build muscle, and that's what I cover, right? So once again, listen, Bro Science, I'm on your side. Listen to me, follow the program, build muscle.